Tahmineh. She confuses me. Here I am, mother, wife, woman. She fascinates me. Here I am, activist, feminist, independent, lawyer. She beguiles me. Here I am, free-spirited, liberated, unchained. She intimidates me. There she is, the daughter of the king of Samangan, beautiful, wise, young, passionate, ambitious. She claws her way through the pages of mythology into my reality, into my life, into my head. She is powerful, she is formidable, she is commanding. She roars like the lions, she thunders like the ferocious skies, and then she cries and she whimpers. She sobs and she falls apart like chalk. She grabs me by the shoulders, she shakes me to my core, she questions my foundations, my beliefs, and my reality. Tahmineh has crossed the incredibly vast repository of Ferdowsi's mind into the timeless pages of mythology and onto history, only to penetrate my soul, to infiltrate my being, to stand by my road, by my path on this part of my journey. Tahmineh has name, she has fame, she has fortune. She is the daughter of the king. She needs nothing. She is all want. She is all desire. She is all passion. She is brave. She is courageous. She professes her love to Rostam. She tells him she has loved him from far away through the legends that have made Rostam the Pahlavan that he is. But is that love? How can you love a man you've never seen? Or is that lust? Or is it desire? Does our soul recognize our soulmate before we are aware of his presence? Or does she lust him for the warrior and incredible specimen of DNA that he was? Or was it desire, the desire to conquer the infallible warrior on territory where only a woman can win? Why does Rostam show up in Samangan in the first place and manage to lose his horse? Did Rostam call onto Tahmineh? Did Tahmineh call onto Rostam? Is it fate? Is it destiny? Is it free will? Did she create her own reality by choosing to act on her desires? Or were Rostam and Tahmineh pawns in a chess game divined by fate? Tahmineh plunges me deep, deep in the embrace of Maulana. Tahmineh walks into his chambers. She makes it clear that she understands that the union, even though sanctified, is a short-lived one. She wants the union to produce a child. And I ask myself, would I not do the same were I not placed in her position, in her shoes, face to face with the one most formidable and desired man of my time? Would I not make the same choices, having had all that I'd need, name, fame, and fortune? Would I not have laid beside the strongest, bravest, and the most courageous of all warriors, knowing that the union may produce the perfect child for me? I admit, I love the fact that she chooses to walk into his chambers, smelling of musk, and much like the lion that he hunts, she goes in search of praise. She goes in search of her prey. She walks in, intent on the hunt, filled with desire, fueled by passion, driven by knowledge that Rostam, the undefeatable, will not be able to resist her beauty and intelligence. She hones in on the kill. Who amongst us would not have done the same? Tahmineh, her choices and her actions plunge me inside Plato's discourse on theories of desire. Does all my education, knowledge, wisdom, life experience, cries of liberation, feminism, and independence suddenly give way to my need to become a mother, a creator, a goddess? Am I striving for immortality by wanting a child? Or am I a benevolent God by bringing a life into this world? Tahmineh makes me question the fundamental issues of what it is to be a creator. She makes me question God and religion. Why does she not tell Rostam that the child was a boy? Did she withhold the truth and thus betray Rostam? Does Rostam have any legitimate standing to inquire and demand the truth? Does he not forfeit his right to know when he chooses to leave? What is free will? If she chose to lay by his side and beget his child, did he not make the same choice? Did he not choose as well to lay with her and give her that which she wanted the most? Was he not thus responsible to inquire, to raise, and to parent the child? Tahmineh makes me question what it means to be a parent. Why did it matter that the child was a boy and not a girl? Why do we accept it as betrayal to not advise the father that he's had a son? But it's not treason for the father to be absent from the child's life if she happens to be a girl. Tahmineh raises issues of gender discrimination and misogyny. Who does the child belong to? Whose reality is dominant? What is the truth? Tahmineh's reality of wanting a child to make her the queen is not the truth of Sohrab's existence as Rostam's child. Sohrab's truth has no meaning within the context of her intentions. Does she free Sohrab like the arrow from the bow to live out his life? Or was it Sohrab's right to own his own reality by gaining knowledge of his lineage? Does she taint his truth in her ambition to become queen? Tahmineh channels Machiavellian notions that the ends justify the means. Does it matter what our intentions are, regardless of the end results? Are we culpable for that which we set in motion, but we do not will? Is there a greater responsibility for intending things that are beyond our control? What is the difference between intent, deliberation, and rationalization? Tahmineh slams me against the walls of legal jurisprudence. How sweet it is to be free. How thrilling it is to have free will. How refreshing it is to own oneself, one's womanhood. How so very empowering to have the will, the knowledge, the desire, and the power to want something, strive for it, obtain it, and achieve it, and savor the spoils of war. Was she? Was she really free? Did she really own herself? Was she really empowered? Or was Tahmineh in need of child to become queen, in need of man to become a mother, in need of her father, the king, to have the luxury and comfort of life, and thus the ability to choose her prey. When she is told of Sohrab, her son's death, at the hands of Rostam, her lover, Tahmineh laments, "To whom shall I clasp upon my bosom now? Who is there that will rid me of my grief? Whom shall I call upon to take thy place? To whom impart my pain and misery?" Tahmineh's response, in looking outside of herself, looking for someone else to rid her of her grief, or someone to whom to impart her pain and misery, destroys me. Is Tahmineh really a woman of free will, or is she the quintessential victim of sexism who has to use manipulation to gain station in life? I have to admit, it is quite an honor, perhaps one of the pinnacles of my life, to stand in front of hundreds at the Palace of Fine Arts on the International Celebration of Women's Day and speak among artists. And I am but a speck of dust in the universe, but the whole of universe reverberates tonight within my existence. And surely I know the universe, as I know it, would not be the same without me. I'd like to say that I am humbled, but I am not. I am not that important to be humbled, but I am proud. I am giddy, I am ecstatic, I am filled with joy to be a woman, an independent thinker, a rebel rouser, a revolutionary, and a skeptic. I am thankful to all the women who came before me, who suffered and triumphed ahead of me, who forged the way, who paved the road, and who illuminated the road so that I could become who I have become. None of us is alone. None of us wins alone. None of us suffers alone. None of us laughs alone. We are sisters, true and through. We are mothers. We are lovers. We are wives. We are daughters. We are thinkers, believers, movers, shakers, and creators. We are God's finest work, most precious work, and most complex creation. We have thousands of layers, hundreds of moods, and dozens of facets. We are evanescent and yet eternal. We are mercurial and yet consistent. We are passionate and yet logical. We are infallible and yet fragile. We are Tahmineh.